Good evening, folks. Welcome to Wizards Outlook. We got Cardo Dudley Jr. here. I'm Wilson Tarpe Jr. Look, sometimes things are very simple. James Harden goes off. The Clippers lead wire to wire in a 121-96 win over the Washington Wizards. We're in a group chat during the game. You're in the building. That we're all reacting to it as it's happening. Floor is yours. And I'll jump in. And the damage is playing beneath us as we
Capture the flag. It's about that time. Start to capture the flag, bro. Hey, capture the flag. I don't know what this is saying, man. Harden look like Houston James Harden tonight, third quarter. And don't get me wrong, a lot of those threes, you can't play better defense. The only way you was going to stop that man in the first quarter was to put him on his butt. You really give him a hard foul. But, it was some tough defense. But they weathered the storm the second quarter. Got it down to 3. And then all hell broke loose. They did outside of James Harden, they can't do nothing with him. He was slowly, quietly just destroying them inside. The defense from the guys done. Terrence Mann and those guys was keeping Poole from getting off. Poole's got hurt 8 minutes into the game. And James Harden kind of got going again, but not like in the first quarter. And then it was over after that. The damage was done, man. And it's just, bro, I'm just speechless. Like, I'm speechless how professional athletes, professional basketball players can just keep showing up doing the same thing and expecting a different result. And I'm talking about the lack of defense, man. It's just Harden been on one coming into the game. So have the Clippers. They've actually been one of the surprise teams in the league. Like most people thought when they traded PG, or when not they traded PG, or you left for that. I forgot what it was, how it went down. And it was a wrap. It was just all right. They're gonna trade water for a long time, and the way they defend and stuff like that, and with Harden orchestrating things, and keep in mind the Clippers beat these dudes by pretty much by 30 without Norman Powell and a couple other guys that are normally in their rotation. And Norman Powell's killing this year. And he leads the team averaging like 23 or something a game. He's killing this year. So they didn't even need him, man. And 60-48 in the paint, Clippers. 26-6 fast break point, Clippers. 20 turnovers for the Wizards, resulting in 31 points for the Clippers. It's just nothing you can point to where the Wizards play well, and then you can lie, all right, that was a bright spot. No, I take that back. Bright spot. Malcolm Brogdon. He was masterful in the first half. And then I believe in the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken, he played 4 minutes. They told me all I needed. That's why I say capture the flag. They in full capture the flag. Because if you seriously trying to put your team in position win, man, you playing the best players for the first half. And he's by far the best player for the Wizards, man. It is what it is, man. Like, this is the 13th straight loss.
Yes, this is 13. Yes.
Hey, man. If they not stressing, why should we, man? But this lack of defense, lack of physicality, lack of energy. They were just no match for the Clippers, man. And I respect the fact that James Harden came in and said that song right away. We're gonna get y'all about and get this W. We're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. I think sometimes people forget just how gifted some of those guys, some of the guys are when healthy and active and surrounded by people that play hard. I think sometimes that's something, especially today, where that's lacking at times. So even guys kind of on the, on the other, not the other end of the career, but, a little bit past their prime, when they're surrounded by young horses that are willing to work and run, yeah, it kind of supplements that. very, very well. Like you said, Harden came out, set the tone, and those youngsters over there, nobody's done anything where anybody has any room to not come out here and play hard as hell. And Zubac's been one of the guys since he's been on the Clippers, since he's been traded to the Clippers way back when, started as a Laker. Since he's been traded, he's been on that time. Sometimes, they have a lot of different things going on in terms of the pecking order on their roster, but he's always been consistent. Right now, you talked about them removing PG, Kawhi not out there. That's free opportunities for a young, talented big man. He's one of the guys that definitely gets overlooked quite a bit in this league, but he moves well enough, scores inside. There's another dude in this day and age that likes the physicality. And there's a big that, and you know what? Go ahead.
And he's going to have his way most nights because a lot of bigs in the league today, a lot of front court players that don't like the physicality. They want to be on the perimeter. And the Clippers, he's not alone. Mo Bamba, healthy now. Backing him up. That's 7'2", 7'1", whatever, 7 feet, crazy wingspan. Just play your role. Just be a star in your role. Ty Lue, they got a crazy experienced staff over there. B. Shaw, Jeff Van Gundy. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, coaches that have done it before as head coaches, as assistants, backing up Ty Lue, who's one of the best coaches in the league, who not going for any foolishness, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, they just not going, especially if you're a youngin' and you out here trying to show and prove you belong in the league. You still haven't really cemented yourself. You got to get with it. And then they got Kai Jones, who's out the league. They got him back in, super athlete. So if you watch them play, they're athletic as hell. Like, they were just faster to everything tonight over the Wizards, man. And they were tougher. You see what I'm saying? Like, the Wizards, when they made contact, the only Wizards players that weren't getting knocked back were Valanciunas, obviously, and Brogdon. Everybody else was getting knocked back. Like, Jordan Poole, 6 turnovers. How many times we seen him try to dribble and they dug down hard and just ripped him? Time after time, time after time after time. Totally out of rhythm. And this is what happens when you miss games. So it's just so many. Homie, just keep it real, man. It's just so much bad, man. It's just so much bad surrounding this thing right now, dog. You know what I mean?
13
There's a lot of work that needs to be done.
13 straight, and after you come back from, you got Thanksgiving, which we wish all of you, hope you all have a great Thanksgiving and whatnot. I think Saturday is Milwaukee, which, they're trying to get themselves together. But again, just going off the physicality and the speed in which somebody plays, like, Giannis is still Giannis. So hard to come here and set the tone. And Giannis doesn't have an issue setting tones. If he's out there, he only knows how to go one way. But yeah, just like you said, man, they were more physical, crazy athletic, no matter who was in the game. And we didn't even get to even mention Terrence Mann didn't even have a huge night tonight, but ended up with 4 steals. You talk about another guy, Jordan Miller made a hell of an impact the night for the Clippers. Just really good showing by them. For Washington, like you said, if no reason to stress if that's where they're at the moment, we're gonna be at.
No, and it's in jeopardy of becoming historically worse. I just looked it up. The all-time, the longest losing streak in Wizards history happened in 2010, and I believe, what was it? Last season? Yeah, last season, 16. Look at the losses. 3 off, and I'm looking at the schedule as you said, Milwaukee. All right, man, you too. The Bucks, Cavs, Mavs, Nuggets, Grizzlies. So yeah. Oh, it's Hornets, Bucks, Thunder, Hornets, Knicks. Dog, this is realistic. They could realistically not win the game through December. Realistically, though.
That's the crazy. Like that's That's murderer's row for a good team. That's a tough stretch. Sheesh. All right, man. We got a comment. We're gonna get to that in just a minute. Player of the game. I think we all know who it is. Not really hard to add to that. Man.
Beard, man.
I think he wrapped that up midway through the first quarter. I think it was 20 points in 9 minutes, 23 total in the first quarter. X Factor tonight. Who'd you have?
The beard.
All right. We're gonna get to this comment. Blizzy Baby with the Wizards looking like Pistons on his losing streak. Hopefully they don't break the record, as you were just talking about.
You disrespecting the Pistons. They hooping. They actually showing promise. I know you probably talking about the last couple seasons, but at least they had an excuse. K was hurt, I believe, both years. You know, doing stretches. You know what I mean? So at least they had an excuse. Their franchise guy was up. He's healthy now. You see they're slowly turning things around, man. Yeah, it is bad, man. I don't know, bro. You know, I get what they doing. But we talked about it a lot. You can think all you want. It guarantees nothing. You had the worst record in the league, get all the ping pong balls, and still pick at the bottom of the lottery. And within that, but now you just the losing. Like you gotta get that stench up out of here, man. It's matter of fact, this ain't even losing. It's just you're not even showing up and competing. It's one thing to be losing a bunch of close games. Like at least they fighting. It's not even a fight. Game over after one quarter. Come on,
man. And shout out to James Harden for this. I believe he became the fourth player. Very special club. 140-point games.
Damn.
So
man,
the other
man, he up there.
The other folks,
he up there, man.
Wilt, Mike, Cole.
You say only other people, Will, Mike, and Cole, the only other players on the list. Speak volumes, man. He up there, man. You know, some say he's a point guard. You know, I still two.
Yeah.
He just handled the rock. You know what I'm saying? For me, too, but he definitely one of the best shooting guards of all time. You know, but just guard, period. He do both, man. He one of the best guards of all time for sure. So, you know, you took your hats on. But what we saw tonight was a flashback. That's Houston. That was MVP Houston, James Harden.
With a bunch of young, talented dogs running around with him. Like you said, no Norman Powell, who's been on a heater to start this year. Like, really, like, I hope you guys get a chance and we'll get out of here. Pay attention to Norman Powell if you can. He's one of the guys who's taking, you know, sometimes you end up playing with some of those special folks. He's directly benefited from it and made the most of it. Like, he's going nuts this year with James out there. But again, wish you guys all have a good Thanksgiving, and we'll check in with you guys Saturday.